we draft?
Well, fuck. You don't have a mailbag question? I thought we were doing mailbag.
I got two.
Yeah, let's do the mailbag.
Let's do mailbag. All right. Sorry. Jeez. Chill out, man.
We'll see what you've cooked up here, bud. We'll see what you've cooked up here.
First question from Bryson Luckett emailed it in. He said, "What's the worst purchase you guys have ever made?"
JJ, go first.
Kenny, you start. Kenny, you start.
The worst purchase I've ever made. Yo, what's crazy is I don't know if I've ever regretted a purchase. Ever. Like, I collect sneakers. Don't regret any of that. I legit don't think I have anything.
Wow.
I mean, maybe if
we're going to change this, dude. We're going to come to Chicago and we're going to change this. We're going to take you out.
I think that I bought my house too early. That would be it.
Things like that, though, you can't time the market. You can't time.
Yes, true. But I wasn't even thinking about the market. I was thinking about like my own personal growth.
Okay.
I could have afforded a way better house a year in the future. But that's it, though. Like, I spend the money and that's just it. I don't even think twice about it.
Kenny, didn't you tweet the other day about watches being expensive?
I did. Yeah, I did that. Because the way it started, so my dad's birthday was this summer. For my mom's birthday, I bought her a car. So I was like, I have to do something. It's not going to be on the same level, obviously. It was a $25,000 car versus a watch for my dad. And I walked into that store, and this was before I knew a single thing about watches, not a single thing. I knew that my dad had a couple pretty nice watches, but I never asked questions. I just saw him wear it. So I'm like, for his birthday, we'll get him another watch. I walked into, it's like a Peacock store. Maybe that's Universal. I don't know. And I see a watch in the window. I'm like, oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful watch. Knowing nothing. So I go in and ask, and I look at the price tag, and he's explaining it. And I don't want to be the guy to tell him to stop talking because it's out of my price range. So I let him talk for about 10 minutes about this watch for him to, for me to realize it's like a $15,000 watch. I'm like, oh, okay. What do you have in the $2,000 range? And he was like, come towards the back of the store with me. So I ended up getting my dad a nice watch. But since then, I've been looking at a bunch of watches, but I haven't pulled the trigger on anything other than me and my dad's like matching watches. That's it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tyrese, do you have a purchase you regret?
Not okay. Maybe I'm lame for this, but I don't think so either. I've been over here thinking the whole time Kenny's been talking, and I really can't come up with
like
anything.
What do you spend money on? You spend money on rent, food, your fits, because I see you on League Fits all the time. You got to spend some money on fits.
I don't send that much. I like low key brands that send stuff for free. They're my favorite clothes. So
hey, that's talking.
That is a smart strategy.
That's the best stuff. But I don't buy like designer things. I was told that's more of like, your vet will take care of you. So I don't really buy. Maybe my wallet. Maybe
that is a horrible answer. That is a horrible answer. Is it functional? Is it a functional wallet?
What do you mean? It's a card holder. It holds my cards.
Yes,
but it's designer, and I'm like into designer stuff like that.
How much was the wallet?
He casually holds up a Go-Yard wallet.
Yeah, how much was the wallet? Actually, maybe it wasn't a bad answer. How much was the wallet?
I got it on StockX, probably like $600-700 maybe.
Okay, that actually might be one of your worst.
That's a bad purchase. That's a
bad purchase.
I just wanted a designer because I had nothing designer yet, and I was like, I got some money. I need some designer, but I mean that's not a lot of money. I mean, let me stop. But yes, I do not.
StockX wallets on StockX are generally not a great.
I too have a card holder. I got it for $40, and it holds all my wallets, and it's fully functional. All my cards, and it's fully functional. Tommy, you're gonna have to answer this question, but I'll go next. I actually have two. So like Kenny, I also have a affinity towards watches, and I would say the first like big watch purchase I made was a rose gold Hublot chronograph, and I spent retail for it, and shortly thereafter I realized that it traded on the secondary market for about 50% less than what I bought it for. And when I went to sell it, because I sold all my watches, I took a haircut there. But my real regret that I really regret is I I was at a charity event my second year in the NBA, and I lived in a gated community that had a golf course. And I bought at the end of the event, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I clearly had a few drinks that night because I bought a yellow golf cart with rims for $10,000. Now, it went to charity, okay? This is a charitable purchase. But when I got the golf cart delivered, the community said you have to have a uniform golf cart to drive it on the golf course. So I couldn't even drive the golf cart on the golf course. So it just stood in my garage the whole time. That was a bad purchase.
That's rough.
That's not
That's
great.
rough.
All my worst purchases are shoes. I'd say the specific worst purchase, I bought a pair of like Valentino loafers because I was going to like a wedding and I thought they looked cool. And I literally got to the wedding and everybody made fun of them. And I couldn't give them back because it's like once you wear them, because I just have them. But it's like I'm not unique in this, but I don't have any purchases that are like, oh, I spent $10,000 on a golf cart. But I'm like, if it's a little bit like your wallet, where I'm like, I should not have spent $500 on loafers that I'm going to wear once, and everyone's going to make fun of, and that's it.
AJ, I think I got an answer. I got a real answer.
A blue golf cart.
I bought a Luka Doncic Top Shot moment at the height of the market, the height when it was hot, and for like 8,500, and you can get it now for probably like
9 cents.
Yeah, like if I had a couple $100, you know, and, that's definitely the worst. That's definitely the worst one.
You've been tweeting Top Shot to the moon for months now. You probably
I still believe that.
Yeah,
I still believe it, but I got hit on this Luka moment pretty hard.
Tyrese is the last
hard.
believer. All right, we got one more. We have one more question.
All right, what is it?
Who in the NBA, from Miles Stewart, who in the NBA do you think would be the best non-basketball Olympic athlete? I have my answer.
Okay.
I'm picking Drew.
Wow.
I think Drew is the
what
most
sport?
In what event?
Gymnastics. I don't know.
Gymnastics.
I think Drew is like the craziest. Drew is like the craziest athlete, and like it's the craziest body control. I feel like he would just he probably has never done gymnastics before, but I think that if he tried it, he would get a gold.
Like on the rings, like you saying, like on
like
the
Simone
rings
Biles, like that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
The first thing that came to mind for me is like put Giannis in some type of track and field, like a long jump. Put him in a long jump and let him just go crazy.
I like that one. What you're saying in a non-basketball sport?
Yeah, it can't
right?
be basketball.
Yeah. I could see LeBron being really good at water polo. Like really good at water polo.
What?
Yeah, I think so
Got
too.
great upper body strength, super endurance. I don't know what his swimming skills are like, but I just like put him in a sport that requires endurance and strength, and like LeBron and water polo for me.
Yeah, I mean that's where my mind went right away. But I don't know what sport. Water polo. That's an interesting take. I was thinking maybe like a speed aspect where I could say like somebody fast, but like no, track runners are knocking us out the park. So I don't really have anybody. But we'll go with LeBron and something. He's probably good at something.
All right, I like it.
All right, I like it.
Let's get to the draft, Tommy. Let's be very clear on the draft topic here. What is the draft topic? These guys know how to draft. We'll have Kenny go first, since he is sort of the guest, because Tyrese is the correspondent. So Kenny, Tyrese, Tommy, me will snake it. What's the draft topic?
Draft topic: movies that you would, in honor of Space Jam, movies that you would like to see remade.
Great,
Kenny, you're up.
There's definitely a theme with my movies. I was talking to my girlfriend beforehand. I'm like, man, the second time we have a movie/TV thing, one of these days they're going to put me on a draft that I know something about. And she was like, well, what do you know about? And I was like, that's a very good question. So my first pick, we need a good Fantastic Four movie.
Oof.
You know, they did the reboot. I was super excited. Michael B. Jordan gets a part to play a superhero. And it was just a bad movie. And even the originals was just really bad. Who is it? I forget some of the characters that ran it, but I think they might be working on it because it's a property I think Marvel just got the actual rights to. but a good one, like under some good production and similar to like the actual comics, will be a W.
I like that pick.
That's a good
I
pick.
like that pick.
Good way to start. All right,
So does that mean all of yours are superhero themed? Is that
you don't
the
Ken, you don't have to answer that question. Don't
Is
answer
that
that
the thing?
question. He's trying to
specific-
game you right now. Don't answer it.
There's a very specific type of movie that I watch. I'll say that.
All right.
If it's coming back, okay, it's my pick, and I'm gonna pick Catwoman.
Oh,
Wow.
Is
Wow.
it was on my list. Tyrese definitely was on my list.
Wow.
Good, very good pick.
Wow.
they just need to do it better.
Can you expand on why?
How
It
many
just
have they
needs to be
made?
better.
They made 2, right? There's the they made 2, right? There was the Halle Berry one and the Michelle Pfeiffer one. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. And I think there's a TV show that's running right now too.
Okay.
I like
Yeah,
that.
just redo it. Just redo it. Like how Halle Berry one. With all due respect to Halle Berry, if she hears this, it was not the best.
It won awards for being the worst movie of the year. Like that's how bad of a movie it was.
I think we're gonna have Halle Berry on this show, and we're gonna bring Tyrese on to defend this take.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, Tommy.
all right. I'm going White Man Can't Jump as my first one.
Wow. Okay.
Loved the movie.
But why?
No slight to
Yeah.
the original movie, which I think is great. And I think holds up to a certain extent. But I think basketball has changed a lot. I think street hoops has changed a lot since 1991 when it came out. I think Wesley and Woody Harrelson are amazing actors and they're funny in that, but neither of them can play basketball. And I'm not saying you need to cast it with players, but I think that if you took White Man Can't Jump and you said it maybe you could keep it in LA, but just updated it. You know, a lot of things in the movie. It's the classic like idea of a movie that could be remade a couple of different times with different cast of characters, and if there's enough unique tweaks on it, it could be good.
Okay. So here's the thing. I have one movie like that, or actually couple movies like that were great movies at the time. But for whatever reason, and I'll make my arguments when they come up, I want to see them remade. For my first pick, I want to grab this now so that it doesn't get drafted later on in this draft. I'm going to go ahead and say Space Jam 2.
You want to see another Space Jam? Okay.
I wish Space Jam 2 could get remade.
It probably will be in 10 years.
Second one, The Last Airbender.
Oh my God. That was my second pick.
I like a year and a half ago, I watched pretty much every season with my kids. It was on Netflix and I watched every season with my kids. The cartoon is fucking amazing. I love M. Night Shyamalan, friend of the show, friend of mine. That movie sucked. And I would love to see that movie remade.
Man, those are 2 good picks. I like the Airbender one. He just butchered the source material so bad in the live action one. So it definitely, it should have been on my draft for sure. I should have just picked it first because no one was picking what I picked. I don't know what I'm thinking.
All right, Tommy.
I think I just went in a totally different direction than all you guys. I'm going my second pick. I'm going The Breakfast Club.
Jeez.
You ever see that movie? Either of you? You might be too young for it.
Look at
seen
you.
it, right? That's another one. It's
Tommy's only picking late 80s, early 90s classics.
I'm picking good movies.
He wants to get
I'm
remade.
picking good movies that if they if they made the Breakfast Club like more diverse, like say they set that in Chicago and it wasn't just a bunch of white people. It was real what real America is now and like a more representative cast. It could be like a fire movie or Netflix.
You make
series
good
or
arguments. You make good arguments, but okay.
Kenny's
Tommy,
nodding.
I like that pick more than your first pick. Honestly, I like that pick.
Tyrese, you need to think things through. You could be starring in the White Man Can't Jump reboot. So instead of hating on my pick, you could be cashing a check from Universal or whoever.
People don't play basketball outside like that anymore, like they used to. But your deal. My pick, I'm gonna go with Jaws, the original Jaws.
I had that.
Oh my gosh, I had that too.
The CGI
I should
in the
have picked
first
that
one.
earlier. Yeah.
If you guys ever feel like having a laugh, go watch the first Jaws.
You know that
was
that
practical.
wasn't CGI. That wasn't
Yeah.
CGI.
That was a practical,
legit, like IRL in real life fake shark.
Yeah, they just need to redo it. They need to redo it so that we could show it to our kids and they'll believe it's an actual shark. So I'll say Jaws.
All right.
Not bad.
I like it. Kenny, you got
I get
two.
back to back, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is a good movie, or I guess a good series, but it's also very old, and I would love to see it updated with new technology. Another Wesley Snipes film. I'm going with the Blade series. I would love to see it remade. I know it's in the work, I think, with Mahershala Ali, but I need to see it right now. You know, it was such a great series. Before, for the people that are listening, the original topic was like movies you want to star in the remake. And that was number one on my list. If you wanted to make Blade a 5'8" guy that's 24, cast me. That would be my second pick.
I could see that.
And this one's similar to JJ's pick. I'm not saying we need another live action version of this movie, but Dragon Ball Evolution, if we're going to do another live action Dragon Ball movie, it has to be better than Evolution. Get the source material right. Get the characters to actually act like the characters, and it could turn out to be a good movie. Don't try to make it be in 2020 instead of, the actual future like Dragon Ball is.
All right. I like it.
I'm gonna take this pick because I was scared Kenny was just about to pick it, and honestly, it might not be brought up, but Back to the Future.
What the fuck, God! I had 5 movies on my list, and you guys have picked 2 of them already. And Tyrese, you actually picked 2 of them.
I apologize for that, but Back to the Future, it could be a really good job of allowing like our parents, or you could go back to like, you could even like if they made it years from now, they could go back to like the 90s or 2000s, and that would be like a good laugh. But go farther into the future, I think the CGI is improved to where it can have really good like futuristic graphics and things like that. So I'll say Back to the Future.
I'm kind of amazed they haven't done it yet. It feels like that.
They said I was reading about it today, and the director and the screenwriter had it in their contract that if there's anything made again on Back to the Future, they get a say in it. And so they both agreed that they won't let anything else come out until they die. Interesting.
All right, my third pick. Have you guys ever seen the movie The Warriors? I'm picking The Warriors. You seen it, Tyrese?
I have seen that.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
I think if you do The Warriors in a different city, because you can't do it in New York now because New York's too soft. But if you did The Warriors in, there's a bunch of other places you could do it in. And it doesn't even, by the way, it doesn't even have to be in the U.S. It could be in like Rio or something like that. But like that concept of them fighting their way, there probably isn't a great American city to do it in. But if the concept of them fighting their way through the city to get back home,
I think
cool.
Chicago could work for that. Because we have the L train that's goes through the city of the different territories. That's a great pick. I love the game back in the day. That's how I got introduced to the movie, through the game.
Love that. Tommy, you
guys, JJ's getting a little nervous.
No, I'm not getting nervous. Everybody knows Interstellar is my favorite movie. I would obviously never want that movie to get remade. My second favorite movie is Swingers, who not everybody's seen that. It's a little bit of a cult classic. Vince Vaughn, Jon Favreau. I would like to see that movie get remade in today's world. So the basic premise of the movie is a bunch of struggling actors in LA circa 1995. They bite on a bunch of different movies, some Tarantino stuff. It's a comedy, but I think it'd be fun to do like that version, except maybe like struggling tech guys in San Francisco, or struggling finance bros in New York. Just some version of that.
What about struggling YouTubers, Kenny?
Yeah, exactly. Like something like that. Struggling YouTubers. And then the other movie, I actually would love to see this get remade. There was a sequel to it, which was actually worse than the original film, which many sequels are. But Starship Troopers. It's a cult classic. It's a terrible, terrible movie, but I love it. And I'd love to see that movie remade, but redone right. It's a great movie.
I've never seen it.
It's a great, horrible movie. It's a great horrible movie.
All right. This might be controversial. My fourth pick. I'm going Wizard of Oz.
Jeez.
Imagine
Jason, Chris.
Imagine Wizard. Imagine Wizard of Oz in 2021. Imagine the stuff. Imagine the stuff they could try.
Tommy's picks, please chime in. Oh my God.
JJ is shook hard right now. This is what happens.
Tommy wants to remake Citizen Kane.
This is what happens when he doesn't prep.
Oh, The Godfather. Like what other classics does Tommy want to remake?
All right, Tyrese. I'm sitting pretty right now.
Oh my God.
Jaws is the one that killed me.
I'll say To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
I think it's a classic movie, but a lot of people and like kids, like people around my age, they're not trying to go back and watch that. So like some people aren't interested in old films. So it's still obviously racism is still relevant in our world. So I think it's a movie that I think could still do well if it were to be remade. But the original movie is still classic, great movie.
It's a good pick.
I think it's a good pick because the themes could hold up now, and you could add different context to them.
I have accepted that I'm coming last in this draft, so let's have fun on these last picks. I want a new Power Rangers movie.
Oh my God.
Again, the theme at first was like movies you want to star in. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll be the Black Power Ranger and the Red Power Ranger. So I'll take that. They did one recently, and it was just really bad. It was really bad. So I want to see it better. And then the last one, is completely different than my other picks. My other picks were just bad movies that I want to see good. This is a good movie that I want to see updated. It was actually a sequel in itself. I want to see John Carpenter's The Thing remade in 2021.
Okay. That's a great pick.
Yeah, that's a good
great pick.
Thank you.
Kenny, your draft is underrated.
Do you think that like even with CGI, like it would be possible?
I don't think
to
it could get better, honestly.
No, I'm saying with CGI Power Rangers, do you think it'd be possible to make a good Power Rangers movie?
I think with good writing, you can make an okay Power Rangers movie, a fun Power Rangers movie. It's not going to win an award or anything, but if it can get me to stay in the theater, because I am not opposed to walking out of a movie theater. I've done it before on the Power Rangers. I did it on the Power Rangers. If it can keep me interested for 2 hours, that's all I want.
Sometimes I'll walk through my living room and Power Rangers will be on Netflix. My kids will be watching it, and it's just like the dialogue in those shows, man. It's so bad.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I'm happy to hear that your kids are watching good things.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. All right. Tyrese, close it out.
My last pick, personal pick. It's actually my all-time favorite movie for childhood reasons. But looking back, it's not that great of a movie. Love and Basketball. I would love to help direct it. And looking back on it, me and De'Aaron talk about all the time. It's just not that good because the way that he treats her, and then she ends up going back to him anyway. It's not very good. Like, you got to come up with a better way for something bad to happen to him, and him to be mad at her, but have to earn her back. Just a better way to go about it. So I'll say Love and Basketball.
Yeah, he definitely dogged her for that movie.
The whole movie.
The whole movie. It was bad.
Tyrese, can I raise an idea to you?
What's that?
What if you started acting? Because I feel like we got two movies right now. Because you're a very charismatic guy and you're a good player. We got two movies right now that if they were casting these movies, I'm thinking about who in the league would be in that spot. I feel like you would be in like strong consideration for either of those roles if they remade them.
You're talking about Love and Basketball and Space Jam 2?
Three, and One Man Can't Jump. We got three.
No, I know, Tommy. I'm just kidding.
I like it. All right, my fifth pick you also might be able to star in. All right, I was thinking about going He Got Game, which is another one of my favorite movies. I'm not going to, though. That's a movie Tyrese could have starred in, for sure. My logic there is that I thought that movie was ahead of its time, but I think there's so much that has happened since then in the business of basketball that would be interesting to see in a remake. But I'm actually going to pick another classic movie. I'm going to pick Airplane because I think that spoof movies need to come back. And
I agree with you.
That was a great spoof movie. It's a scary movie. There's not another teen movie. There's so many great spoof movies, and for whatever reason, they just like went away in like 2005. And like, there's a lot to make fun of, you know. So Airplane was the best, and so I think that they could bring that back.
I used to love those parody movies as a kid. Like I loved them. They were so good. I actually like that pick. It's the only pick of yours I like. My fifth pick is The Beach. So basically, same plot, just make it a good movie this time. Have y'all seen it? God, what the fuck, man? Did y'all watch any movies in 1996 and 1997?
I was born in 96.
JJ's movie bag is too deep for me. I can't. I'm not anywhere close.
I think The Beach is too deep for a lot of people, to be honest with you.
It was a flop because it was such a bad movie. So Leonardo DiCaprio starred in it, and he's a tourist traveling through Thailand, and he stumbles upon this group that knows about this secret beach, this mythical beach, and they take him to the beach, and they have this like commune there, and everything is pretty kosher, and then one thing leads to another, and things fall apart. But the concept of the movie was actually really good. It just was a really poorly done movie. All right, I think we're all winners in this. I tend to like people that stick with themes. So Kenny, I think you did a great job. Tyrese, you had great picks overall. Tommy picked a bunch of movies that don't need to be remade and never should be remade. Whatever. We're all winners.
Thanks for the analysis.
We're all winners.
Next time, Kenny, we're not going to make you draft movies. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure you came up with this topic after I
did.
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I did.
Okay, then blame him because I specifically said in the text thread, I said, "Do not make Kenny draft movies."
But the thing is, I don't know what else there really is. I don't know what I can really talk about.
Kenny, I feel like the next time we shoot the text to you guys, like, hey guys, we're drafting, let's come up with a topic. Like you just pick the topic. Like we're all going to go radio silent until you start dropping some ideas.
Okay.
You pick the topic next time.
And Kenny, because you're now in the family, and so you need to curse us out. Or maybe don't curse, but just tell us no. Be like, I don't want to draft this stupid topic. I want to draft something that I know about. This is all JJ and I do all day long is I suggest topics, and he's like, no.
Yo, the other day he's texted me. He'd say we should draft best gas station foods. And I was like,
I don't think that's a bad topic.
There's no food at gas stations.
That's not true. Have you guys been like on a rest stop? There's like hot dogs.
There's processed snacks.
There's pizza.
Yeah, there's processed snacks.
That's a bad topic. That's a bad topic.
I don't know.
Thank you for co-signing. All right.
Depends what state you're in, but okay.
Tyrese and Kenny, if you're going to a Wawa, but that's like most generic gas stations.
Not that kind of state.
Yeah.
Not that kind
or Quick Trip. Shout out Quick Trip.
All right, Kenny, Tyrese, we appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for hopping on with us. A lot of fun as always.
Of course.
For sure.
Thanks, guys.